Today I've got a pretty good lineup of stories, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Our first story is a little update on Alinity. Alinity, as you know, is in some trouble right now for accidentally flashing on stream and not getting in trouble at all from the Twitch mods. She ended up going on Destiny's stream, or at least the clip looks like he was on Destiny's stream, to talk about who she hates the most in the YouTube community, and we got this golden clip.
I think the only person that I really hate in the world is Keemstar. I really hate that guy.
Honestly, I think this is the boxing match we need to see. The Keemstar Gnome versus Alinity would be fantastic. Keemstar is small enough that I think Alinity would be able to try to flip him like his cat. No disrespect, Mr. Keemstar, I'm just saying your short stature would leave you open to a sneak attack from Alinity's favorite move, the cat toss. All jokes aside, I honestly think Alinity should just drop it and like lay low for a bit. Definitely stop going on people's streams and talking crap about people who are talking about it, because it's just gonna keep you in the news longer, unless that's honestly your plan all along, is to just like get all the clout from it, in which case it's working. Our next story comes from another part of the internet and somebody named Suzy Lou. Now, I have a couple of close friends on the platform that have constantly been like harassed by this Suzy Lou chick. She's basically this reaction channel that watches anime and just puts her face cam in the corner. There isn't really any reaction at all, and it's like straight up 30 minutes of anime on YouTube that she's reacting to. I'm totally for like reacting to stuff. Obviously, my biggest channel that I own is reacting to stuff, but I think reacting to TV shows with your face in the corner and saying, oh my gosh, this anime is cute, every 2 minutes is kind of pushing it. Anyway, she's been in some drama recently with a bunch of smaller YouTubers that have been attacking her, and basically she had told them that she had every legal right to react to this anime however she wanted, moved it all to Patreon and was making 10 grand a month to like react to anime. And nobody really knew what was gonna happen. It looked like she had gotten away with it until today, when basically the anime companies that are in charge of distribution and copyright for every anime, or you know, the anime companies themselves, ended up claiming basically every single video on her channel. This means she's no longer making any money from the videos that were on her YouTube channel, and like 4 million views is a pretty substantial amount of money for sure. Maybe don't go around like being a troll and copyright striking any videos that were made on you and causing problems, and then people won't make karma come after you. Just a tip, Suzy Lou. I don't know a ton about this Suzy Lou chick, obviously, but what I will say is it basically seems like karma had this coming for a while. Anybody that made any videos criticizing her, she would go out of her way to copyright strike down for misuse of footage, which is a fancy YouTuber way of saying, I didn't like the criticism of you and I'm gonna strike it down. She's done it to a couple people that I know personally, so I'm not a big fan. So seeing her get her comeuppance and basically be held accountable for the fact that she's just been stealing anime episodes and watching them on YouTube, I'm not gonna lie, it feels pretty sweet, and if that makes me a bad person, so be it. Staying on the track of talking about people with big foreheads, one of Twitter's most talented comedians, it's your boy Nudah, formerly Era Nudah, ended up getting charged back and losing $2,000 from a credit card scammer that had been donating to him on Twitch. He ended up tweeting a little bit later, this kid, who's 17, mind you, thought it would be a good idea to take his dad's card and donate to me on Twitch. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more than a little, considering it was like $2,500. He then refunded it, and I have since used the email he donated with it to find his father, who, come to find out, works at Arby's. Am I winning or losing in this situation? To Nudah's defense, you have to be a special type of evil to, like, you know, steal $2,500 from your dad who works at an Arby's to donate to a Twitch streamer. I just feel like that's some special type of evil. That's like, what, 8 weeks of work for your dad if he's working at Arby's? No thank you. That's just rude. Like, definitely not a good person. Also, it sucks for Nudah because when that happens, you have to cover it if it happened on your PayPal. So basically, he's on the hook for $2,500 that this kid thought it would be funny to fake donate, and that's just not very swag money. Our next little story is an update from something that happened yesterday. We talked about that Call of Duty YouTuber Drifter that had that stalker come to his house that ended up getting arrested because, most people don't like when stalkers show up to their house unannounced during a global pandemic when people are supposed to be keeping their distance. Newsflash, most people are not fans of that. And during that situation, I talked about a YouTuber, 8 Thoughts, with a little over 230,000 subscribers that had streamed the incident on Twitch from the creepy guy's perspective, thought it was hilarious, thought it was trolling, and basically said, "Meh, I shouldn't have streamed it, but I don't regret anything," which is just not cool when you're streaming some dude's family getting threatened on Twitch and thinking it's a joke. 8 Thoughts, that YouTuber, ended up deleting all of his Twitch VODs today, which, I mean, I guess that's him kind of showing guilt. He also made a video about the guy getting arrested and was like, "OMG, here we go," and made a promotional tweet for it. So he was trying to cash in off another dude's stalker, which I usually am one to say respect the hustle, but I think this might be going a little bit too far. He ended up taking that video down about an hour later because I think he realized it just wasn't a good idea. And honestly, I think 8 Thoughts videos are kind of funny, so I really hope he figures it out. He's definitely just looking like a giant Douchosaurus Rex right now, so if you're watching this, bro, for whatever reason, please take a little bit and realize that it's definitely not a good look what you're doing right now by trying to publicize and make money off another dude getting threatened at his own home. Drifter, though, throughout all of this has been pretty much a G. I got this clip from the Scare Show yesterday where he basically says that he's not going to talk about it at all, which is nuts considering the amount of drama going on around it.
This obviously seems very scary for Drifter. We tried to get a comment out of Drifter on this story today, but he says here that he's not going to speak on it at all, okay? For the safety of his family and from the advice of his attorney, he's not going to say anything on this right now.
Which, I mean, when people are showing up at your house and getting arrested, it probably is better to listen to your attorney and maybe leave the judgment of the internet out. The last thing you need is internet warriors showing up at your house to defend you too, because some neckbeards out there really be willing to die for some YouTubers. Scarce, as you can tell, takes Drifter's side, which basically everyone has, and that pissed off 8 Thoughts, and he sent a series of tweets basically doing something like this. People making decisions in videos based upon bias reporting. Blue has been released from prison and the charges have been dropped. How about you schoolgirls get off his D? He wouldn't have been able to make a video on the first place. You guys seeked him out. Also, it's not an overreaction. The bald idiot is enabling some mentally ill troll who went to someone's house with a weapon on him. He didn't go to someone's house with a weapon. He was in the town buying a car. It's Texas. Everyone has weapons. It's not illegal. He has that weapon with him everywhere. He was just streaming the incident and I piggybacked the stream. I told him not to do it, but let's see it. Yo, Scarce, thanks for reporting and implying and leaving out the whole story by saying that I sent Blue to Drifters with a weapon and I'm responsible. I know some of your fans are dumb, but bro, be a bit more responsible in your videos and serious matters. It's as bad as me streaming the incident. And the only problem with this is I just feel like it's YouTuber code to not violate any other YouTuber's privacy, and streaming another stream of somebody going to somebody's house with a weapon, whether or not they intended to use it, just makes you look bad. And trying to be the victim on Twitter and be like, "Oh, it's bias reporting." Nah, dog, you messed up. You need to own it and just apologize even more than you already have. Deleting your Twitch VODs is not enough. You owe a personal apology to Drifter for sure, because showing everybody where he lives with a crazy dude who was going to his house is not good. Plus, I love how his defense is well, everybody has weapons down there, so when this guy got arrested for trespassing with a weapon, it was definitely different. No, dude, I'm sorry, you're still a douche in this scenario. And then our last little story is just a fun one. I watch Cody Co and Noel Miller. I think they're really funny. And Noel Miller, I guess, is competing in an F1 gaming race short qualifying thing over on Twitch, where he's going to be racing other professionals with one of those racing setups, which good for him. I love to see YouTubers getting some clout up, and hanging out with professional athletes, especially some F1 boys, is definitely a step in the right direction. So if you got nothing going on, check it out. But I just thought it was cool that, a YouTuber was going to be racing some F1 racers. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for the news. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to press the like button, comment down below if you enjoyed the video, and remember to not get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. It's just a steady staple to live by. That way, if you do have a baby mama, they remain attractive. If you enjoy these videos and you want more news like this, be sure to press the like button, subscribe with those notifications on, and yeah.